Welcome into the Duck TV Sports Studio. I'm your host, Owen Skornik-Hayes. From redemption at Autzen to Mat Night action and everything in between, we've got you covered on This Week in Oregon Sports. The Oregon Ducks football team rebounded from their two-game skid with a wire-to-wire victory against the UCLA Bruins on Saturday night. It was Chip Kelly's first official return to Autzen since his departure in 2012, an atmosphere which he knew would be electric. Special teams and defense were the order of the day, propelling the Ducks towards the win. Senior safety Ugo Amadi returned a punt for 56 yards, while the rest of the defense capitalized off of 3 forced turnovers. Justin Herbert continued his streak of dominance, throwing 2 touchdowns to wide receiver Dylan Mitchell, extending his touchdown streak to 24 games. This marks Mitchell's 4th 100-yard game of the year. With their win, Oregon improves to 6-3, knocking UCLA out of bowl contention with their 7th loss. Chip Kelly has now lost more games in 1 year at UCLA than he did in 53 games as coach of Oregon. USC and Oregon volleyball collided in a top 25 Pac-12 matchup at Mat Night on Friday night. The number 15 Trojans pulled away from the 16th-ranked Ducks in a 3-set victory, avenging a previous 3-set loss handed to them by the Ducks in Los Angeles. Despite a fast Oregon start, momentum quickly turned in favor of the Trojans as they stormed back to win the first set 30-28. Set by set, the ladies of USC continued to improve, winning easily by the 3rd set to improve to 17-7 on the year. Lindsey Vanderweide continued to show the Oregon faithful why she is the leader of this team, sending home 13 kills. Co-star of the night, Ronica Stone, translated her athleticism into much-needed energy, hitting a .444 with 11 kills. It was a night the Ducks will hope to rebound from as they suffered one of their worst hitting nights of the season. However, in a conference as unpredictable as the Pac-12, nothing is guaranteed. Despite recent in-conference woes for the Oregon women's soccer team, the season finished on a high note with a 2-0 win against the Oregon State Beavers. A night of Civil War soccer saw the Ducks improve to 9-9-1 on the year, the team's best record in a decade. Senior forward Marissa Everett struck home 2 goals in the 35th and 61st minute in front of the 9th largest crowd in Pape Field history. In a game defined by grit, Oregon goalie Hala Henriksdotter kept a clean sheet, stopping a slew of shots from a hungry Beaver team. The Ducks will hope their record is good enough to propel them into a playoff spot. Oregon faithful got their first glimpse of the men's basketball team on Thursday night, a 77-58 preseason victory against the Western Oregon Wolves. It's an extremely anticipated season thanks to incoming standout freshman Bol Bol. In his first collegiate game, he slammed down a one-handed jam and nailed an insane turnaround 3, making both look effortless. The men of Oregon appeared to be clicking despite the absence of Peyton Pritchard and Paul White. The team will have a long way to go before they completely gel, but the Ducks certainly deserve their wild card title looking ahead to March. Last year's women's basketball team was one of the better stories around campus last year. Returning faces Sabrina Ionescu, Ruthie Hebert, and Satu Sabali will hope to spark a similar run in 2019. The team certainly has talent and will now have the added talent of Notre Dame transfer Aaron Boley, who is at last eligible after sitting out the previous year due to NCAA transfer rules. Fans will have to wait until Tuesday for the season to tip off in Fairbanks, Alaska, and the ladies will at last make the return to Mat Night November 10th against the Syracuse Orange. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Oregon Sports Update. Follow our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and check out our website for upcoming articles and all things Oregon sports. Tune in next week for your weekly Oregon Fix. Have a great night, Eugene.